It's good to get out of here with a win. We played good at times and we played poor at times. To start with, we've got to eliminate procedure penalties on offense and putting ourselves in a long yardage situation. We need to improve that area. We weren't very good in the kicking game. We need to improve in the kicking game. Defensively, we were much better in the second half. First half, we gave up some big plays. We held our own and really played well against their quarterback. We let him scramble a couple times for some big yards, and then got hit on a double pass. And they worked the end cut to the boundary on us a little bit, and we finally adjusted, but we were a little slow in adjustments there. So overall, it was a good win for us. I thought that Mason played pretty good. He missed a couple throws. To be exact, I think he missed 4 throws. But for his 4th start, I thought overall that he played pretty well. I think we've improved ourselves in the running game. We need to continue to work in that area. Their quarterback is a good player. I think you see why that he's going to be really highly regarded in the future. He throws the ball really nice. I was impressed with the way he sees coverages, and he can scramble. He moves around. It's hard to get your hands on. So overall, it's a good win for us. Need to be much better. Need to improve in a lot of areas. So certainly looking forward to this week's practice and getting ready to go back home and play a game.
But to come here, Mike, and to hold these guys at home to 1 touchdown after they went up down the field the way they did against last year. Sure. Pretty happy with that.
I'm happy with the way our defense played. We gave up some big plays, but you're gonna give up some yards against a quarterback like this. I mean, he's a good player, and in college, quarterbacks make a big difference. I thought they had a really good game plan offensively. Morris Watts was their coordinator. He's been coaching 150 years, and I thought they were really sound and did a really good job. And defensively, they did a couple things that we weren't really prepared for. They had a little bit of an advantage there. So I'm pleased to come up here. And these games are not easy. You know, you come up here and it's raining outside, and everybody says, you know, don't pay attention to any of those things. And you're in a stadium where it's just a little bit different for our players. And if you don't watch it, you can get caught just about like we did. You know, got behind, but our guys rallied in the second half. But we got a long ways to go. We need to get a lot better. I'm sure we found some things out about first-year players. Obviously, the punter's a first-year player, and Burton and 84 and 20, and just a number of guys that we have, even on defense, that are first-year players that need to improve in the next game.
Didn't you think the play where Rudolph tucks the football and takes off and scores was a massively big
biggest play of the game, in my opinion, for us? Sure. And I thought he moved around and made some plays with his legs. You know, he showed some signs of improving in that area, and that's such a threat for an offense when a quarterback can move around. And to be honest with you, both guys look the same running. And you know, you don't think it's not as attractive, but you look up and they got 9 yards, and one time you look up and they got 25 yards. So I thought there was a lot of similarities there with the quarterbacks.
Mike, did you guys open things up a little bit more in the second half? It seemed like maybe you got more aggressive and played a little faster.
You know, we never really got to it in the first half, but we should have, and it just didn't pan out that way because of penalties. See, the last 3 series, I believe, we ended up in long yardage situations because of penalties, and it's difficult to be a little more open when you're behind the chains like we were. So, yes, we did in the second half, but it was the original plan we had in the first half. We just never really got to it.
You weren't going to be dynamic and score a ton of points and everything. That was the second best thing, to hang on the football the way you did in the second half.
Well, turnovers are important, and they did a good job of holding on the ball also. There's a couple times that we had it kind of bobbled around. We couldn't get it, but we did take care of the football. And early in the season, and I've said this, the 2 areas that scare you early in the season, especially when you play on the road, are turnovers and special teams. And Bono is a really good special teams coach, and so they had us concerned on special teams about what they would do, and then you always want to make sure you take care of the football.
Marcel